Osaka. So a little bit about the culture. It's kind of in the smack of the dab in Japan. Osaka contains a total of 33 cities and 9 towns, so it encompasses a lot more than just the city itself. It's known as the kitchen of the nation, so you can expect a lot of different cuisines and foods there, even from different countries. The people there are known for open-mindedness and being outgoing. I've heard it being compared to the West Coast, if Tokyo is compared to the East Coast in terms of people's personalities. It's also a great place for drama, storytelling, comics, and other sorts of performance arts. And it's the third most populated city in Japan with 2.7 million people just in this very strictly defined region of the city. The whole area's got 19 million and the prefecture's got about 9 million.
Joseph,
Yeah.
Joseph, what are 1 and 2 in terms of population?
I think Tokyo is number 1 and number 2 is Nagoya?
Nagoya?
Is it? Yokohama?
I'm guessing Yokohama or Nagoya. Nagoya probably smaller than Osaka.
I thought Nagoya was smaller than Osaka.
Yokohama.
Is it Yokohama?
Okay.
It's kind of cheating because Tokyo and Yokohama are,
Yeah.
there's no space between them. The city doesn't end.
Yeah.
I think Osaka might be second biggest by area if you include the whole metropolitan area. So for history, it's got a long history, over 10,000 years. It was the first capital in the Osaka period, and that's in the 7th century. The capital later on changed to Kyoto, I think, a few hundred years later. It was also reduced to rubble in World War II, but it's been completely rebuilt. So it's got both historical sites where you can see the damage, but also a lot of modern stuff too. And kind of rose to prominence because it is a central location on the island, but also right on the water. Osaka, one of the best things it's known for is its entertainment district, also known as Dotonbori. This place is known for street food, clubs, bars, and all sorts of nightlife and food. For example, takoyaki right here, I think that's fried squid balls.
Octopus, yeah.
Yeah, not like balls of squid.
Yes.
And okonomiyaki, which is a seafood pancake. Both are really sorts of popular street food. And over here you can see a big Instagram photo op. It's the Glyco Running Man sign, which was an older advertisement that they kept up. And now depicted is the Shochikuza Theater, which is like a traditional style movie theater. It's really pretty inside. You can see older dramas, but also I think modern Japanese movies and films.
You want me to take over?
Yeah.
Alright. One of the most prominent attractions in Osaka is the Osaka Castle, situated and it's surrounded by the city. But it's really cool because they've managed to preserve, you can see in this picture, they pretty much managed to preserve like most of its elements. They have the extensive moats, pretty impressive feats of engineering. It's got 8 floors with panoramic views of the entire city. And inside it contains lots of historical stuff, samurai armor, historic documents, and lots of dioramas of previous battles. It was completely demolished in World War II, so it's not literally the castle anymore, but they have rebuilt it. I think it's been refurbished a couple times. I don't quite remember. I think it was refurbished once. I don't remember when. The admission is pretty cheap. It's only 1,200 yen for an adult pass, so it's a pretty affordable place to visit and definitely worth checking out. Go to the next slide. This is Kuromon Ichiba Market. It's located in Nipponbashi in central Osaka, and I think it's 150 meters? No, 580 meters, 150 shops. 580 meters long with a bunch of different foods and shops, and what it's known for is that it's known for its fresh food that very often is just cooked right in front of you. So I think it'll make for a very cool experience and a cool place to visit. I definitely want to check this out one day. Alright, and we talked about this recently, so I decided to look into it. Universal Studios Japan, Nintendo Land, an exclusive park to Universal Studios Japan. They also have Harry Potter and Jurassic Park, and I don't know if there's another major one. Those are the major ones that I've seen. Operates from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. And I was looking into the prices because, so the prices are confusing actually. In the United States, it's like a day pass to get, a day pass is like $109 to $159 in that kind of range. But it's also weird because I don't know, they're very specific about their rules. It might not get you from park to park, so you might have to pay additional. So the price in the US, expensive in the US. That's as far as I can tell. In Japan, I think a day pass ranged from like 8,600 yen to 9,800 yen for a day pass for adults, which is about 70, 60 US dollars. So at face value, it's cheaper, but in order to visit the exclusive park, Nintendo Land, you have to get like a time-based pass. So I don't know what the price is because I couldn't find the price of that. So it might be the same as the US. I couldn't really tell. But if you're interested in Nintendo, this is the only place in the world where they have this park. So probably should check it out. Go to the next slide. We talked about the World Expo a lot. They have the 1970 site, which is shown on the right there. It was the first time it was held in Osaka and the entirety of Asia. It now just remains a commemorative park. It will probably be pretty cool to check out because you'll get to see an old World Expo and a new one. That's a pretty unique experience. And the current, so laser pointing. Oh, okay. Oh, there we go. And right here, this is the 2025 World Expo site. This is taken directly from their website. And they've got the theme of designing future society for our lives. I looked into the ticket prices. It's pretty cheap. I think it's about $20, $30 for a day pass, so it's definitely worth checking out. You can go pretty much any time. I mean, it operates for most of the day. I think it operates on weekends. That was a little unclear. Second time held in Osaka. Definitely worth checking out. Definitely should go check it out. And then, because Osaka is surrounded, or I think these are in Osaka Prefecture, if I remember correctly. But Osaka has a lot of surrounding cities, a lot of other places worth checking out. So I just made some, I guess, kind of honorable mentions in Kyoto and Kobe. In Kyoto is the Fushimi Inari Taisha. I don't know if I said that right. But it's like, I think it's one of their most famous shrines. It's got the, I forget how many there were. I think it's like 2,000 torii gates going up like one single staircase, which you can see right there. That's the picture. I think it's 2,000. I might be wrong. And then we also have the Higashiyama district, which is a very traditional like shopping street. It's very picturesque, very touristy. I think it's expensive, but very picturesque, very cool. Worth checking out, I think. And then there's also Kobe, which is very well known for its foods. Kobe beef, they have a lot of sake distilleries there. They're also very well known for their Chinatown. Can't remember, I think it's Nankinmatsu. So they're very well known for their foods. There's also Mount Roko, which is, you can take the, actually I have a picture of it. You can take this, gondola, thank you. You can take a gondola up to the top of the mountain, and it provides views of Kobe and of the Osaka Bay area. And it also gives you, I don't know if you have to go to the mountain to get access to it. It said it provided access to the Arima Onsen, which is another very famous hot spring area. You might have to visit the mountain first, because maybe that's the only way you can get to it. I'm not sure, I couldn't figure it out. But those are some other cool places you can visit outside of Osaka in pretty close distance. Kyoto, I think, is like 30 minutes away, and then Kobe is just a little bit further, I think, but a lot of cool places to check out. And I think that's all we got. That's it.
How is Kobe beef different from Wagyu?
They're the same thing. It's just,
Wagyu literally just means Japanese beef. So Kobe beef and Yonezawa beef are both Wagyu, but they're different kinds of
Oh,
Wagyu.
I see.
any other questions?
Do you guys have Nintendo?
I'm a big fan. I played it when I was a kid, so if I can figure out how to check it out, I will.
I haven't touched one.
I love Nintendo. I'm gonna have to go.
If you figure out how to do it, let me know, because
Oh.
their website is very confusing.
When I looked it up, it says, like, there's no spot to buy the timed entry one. Like, I found the day passes,
That was the
which
confusing
are like
part.
$60.
Because you couldn't buy the pass
You
to
can't.
get into the park, so you have to buy it there.
Maybe.
Maybe they're sold out.
That would be.
But then it would say sold,
Yeah.
like there would be a place to buy it and it would say sold out, I
Yeah.
feel like.
They wouldn't just take it away, so maybe you have to do it there. I have no idea.
Yeah, like maybe it's just kinda you get a ticket there.
Maybe.
So, I used to live in Osaka. I lived there for about 7 years, so it's kind of nostalgic to see all these places.
Oh.
But if memory serves me correctly, the University of Osaka, or called Handai, Osaka University is kind of near the old World Expo. So that has become a park.
Mhm.
So it's Banpaku Koen, which is like the World Expo park. So you might just, be on the train ride into town, because I think the university is quite north of downtown Osaka, like where Dotonbori is and the nightlife stuff that you guys were kind of showing us some of the pictures.
Yeah, I think Professor White actually mentioned that, like the first day when he was going over our itinerary, like, you said, I think, is it the Tower of the Sun?
Yeah, he's got that in his profile picture online.
Oh, yeah.
He mentioned that, I think you, like you said, you can literally see the Tower of the Sun, like on the train, right there.
Yeah, you can.
So, it is very close, yeah. Very exciting, actually.
And do you know where the new World Expo is? Is it a different place or the same place?
It's located,
It's on the water, like
it's on the water, that's like literally right on the coast.
southwest of Dotonbori.
Oh, okay, so that's pretty far away from where the old Expo was then.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like opposite ends. Almost.
And then just a little cautionary tale about the castle is, it's more for viewing from the outside and viewing the park. Once you go in, you get a little disillusioned because it's been rebuilt so many times. I remember the first time I went there with some friends, they were saying, and here's an authentic elevator from the 12th century. So, some of the floors were like concrete and not like the, big rocks or wood. So it's not as like cool as a castle. You have to go to, what is it? Well, anyways, there's the only castle that didn't get blown up during World War II is about an hour and a half away from Osaka, and you can go down. Himeji Castle. So if you want to see a real castle, you have to go outside of town.
At Osaka Castle, we didn't go in, we walked around it, and it was very beautiful, but right next to it, there's some like gift shops and things, and in the guest center with the gift shops, there's a place where you can pay to throw ninja stars at
Metal ones?
targets. What's that?
Like real metal?
Yeah, yeah. And so we thought that was totally worth it. So,
Can you buy one?
you can, I don't recommend
I
buying
feel
one.
like that was difficult to get through customs.
You probably can't take it back with you.
You could ship it.
Huh?
Yeah,
That's-
you could bring a
that-
gun.
that's true.
Like, if you
I don't know if you can buy it and ship.
Yeah, you just ask, they'll tell you, cause I went, when I was in Japan, a bunch of my high school friends came to visit me, and someone bought a katana, they bought a sword,
That's so cool.
and they were able to bring it on the plane because it was, it's just a display model, so it was dull as, it wouldn't cut anybody.
No.
I have a real uncharted sword from China that my parents brought back.
So you
I think
can't.
it is.
But I remember we went to Kyoto, he bought the sword, we came back and we were meeting some friends and they took us out to this bar, and so we're trying to get into the bar, and the guy's like, what's in your katana? I said, you can't go in.
All right, we have one more presentation. Yes.
You guys.